Jim and Terry Show coming back to Toronto from broadcasting down in
Sun City or something. Win, Leafs, win.
Win, Leafs, win.
Leafs, win.
And why do you say we have to say win instead
Because we
of...
are always saying go, Leafs, go, and they go. They leave. They don't advance.
But they're going home.
That's because outside of their dressing room door, there's a kiosk with all the different golf clubs and golf bags and designer golf shoes and clothes and a Cadillac golf cart, waiting for them. So, the opposition just puts that kiosk out there and goes, man, you can be on.
Well, what do they do in
greens."
Toronto then? Because they don't want that image for the Leafs when they're at home. They want them to win.
Yeah, well, they have to walk a certain distance, don't they?
Yeah, okay. Well,
Probably have salesmen go into the thing and go, can I have a moment with your team? When you're done, and that doesn't have to be tonight,
but if it is...
But if it is, we have these special clubs.
Toronto Maple Leafs down 3-0 in the series, best out of 4, and all of a sudden, they look like there's a possibility.
Yeah, they always give us hope, though. I'm sort of giving up on that. The last hope I really had at them was in the 60s. I hope they go further. It was in 1964 they won 4 straight after being down 3 and
3-0.
went on to win the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
Yeah, and I believe it was against Montreal, wasn't it? No, I don't know. I don't know who it was. Bobby would know, my brother Bobby.
There you go. Right in, Bob. If you're listening, let us know who the Leafs played when they came back in 1964 to win the Stanley Cup, down 3-0.
You were saying it's only been really happened 4 times or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So
it is a rough game to be able to come back being down 4 games.
Now, we said in a previous conversation that there's a hard way and there's an easy way. Why is it that the Toronto Maple Leafs always seem to choose the hard way?
Well, we were talking about the curse of Toronto.
Yeah, curse of Ballard, curse of Gardens.
The sex molesters in the early 60s, molester.
And that, despite that, I mean, that was going on, but they won in 64 and 67.
Yeah. But then when it was done, it was done. I guess I don't believe in curses really like that.
I get you.
I that kind of curse, anyways. But I do believe it might have been. Was it Ballard who just got rid of everybody and they ended up selling off their farm clubs? And they used to have a farm team in Halifax, in St. John's, Newfoundland. They used to have a farm club. And they sold all them off. That they were always bringing up good new players, like Montreal always got the first pick of Quebecers, back in the day. And
now, to be specific about the game that they just won, a score of 2-1, low-scoring game. What do you think of the goaltender they were able to pull into these last 2 games?
I've been impressed with him. I really, really have. Yeah, he impresses me. I don't think he did when I saw him before, but I think he really stepped up to this game. I think he did a great job.
I was not even aware of him on the team. So the name Wall, W-O-L-L, when I saw that, who's this? What?
Yeah,
so
well...
I'm out of touch, I guess.
Samsonite got hurt. And,
Samsonov.
And I don't know, again,
Samsonite.
my brother would know a lot more about it. I don't know if this guy is the one they brought up in replace of the substitute goalie they had, or if this was the substitute goalie. Because they had one guy up. I don't think it was this guy. They put him in for the end of one game, and he played. And they all congratulated him and everything. Way to go. So I don't know what that was about. My brother would know, but I don't.
Right in, Bobby. Correct.
But I think both goalies did great. So...
Oh, yeah.
I got a question for you, even though this is all things Leafs. How did Edmonton do last night, do you know?
I just recall seeing somewhere the series is tied 2-2.
Okay.
So they played 4. The Leafs have played 4. We're down 3-1. They're tied 2-2.
Oh, okay.
So did they come back? Were they trailing 2-1?
I think they might have won it. Maybe, I don't know.
Connor McDavid is in the running for a trophy and an award, and I forget what it was.
I don't know. The reason I brought it up, my brother, Bobby right now is pulling his hair out. The reason I brought it out is because their goalie, I think his name's, Edmonton's goalie, Spears, Spice? No, what's his name? Anyways, I don't like how he wanders out of his net. He seems a little clumsy outside of his net. And
Don't all?
Oh,
you
he-
mean Skinner?
Skinner, and I don't like him wandering out of his net. I've seen him cause goals because he's been clumsy in net.
I don't know if you've ever tried. I dressed in goalie gear maybe once or twice in my
But that's
youth.
when they were made out of cement, Terry. Jeez.
I tried skating
Now,
with those.
now you could probably pick up a pad with a baby could pick it
I
up.
am not worthy. I appreciate everybody in their positions, and they're all specialists.
Oh, they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're huge now, the goalies. You have to be well over 6 feet. You know,
Do you
and that
remember when
only makes
Ken
sense.
Dryden was one of the tallest ones around?
Was he?
Yeah.
Bauer was like under 6 foot, I think, like 5'10"
And
or 11.
Sawchuk was small.
Yeah. But those days are gone.
Yes,
And
they
it
are
only
gone.
makes sense. But this is what impresses me about basketball players. We're all over the place. I know, but goalies are big and they're very agile. They can really move. They're quick like cats. That's amazing for a big person.
Yes.
And when you got a 7 foot or a 6'8" basketball player being able to run, move, fall, get back up and everything, I'm sorry, it impresses me.
Yes.
Back in the day when you were that big, you were clumsy.
So
and
you're
you
talking
really
about-
weren't much good at doing anything.
You're talking about
sports.
general athleticism,
Yeah.
and stature seems to work against athleticism, and yet we have so many examples in basketball.
Yeah, well, they work at it too. I mean, they're not born with shoulders 4 feet wide. You know, they work at it, and same as the hockey
To
players.
me, I'm more impressed at the smaller statures fellows in basketball.
Well, I like that as well. We had a couple on the Toronto Raptors that were just wonderful in their ability to score.
But under 6 feet.
Oh yeah, under 6 feet. Yeah, but even 6 foot is not a giant in basketball.
Oh,
That's
no.
just small.
No. That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
had a lot of small people, but the vertical on some of these players is just astounding.
I remember my son in high school, Jonathan. I remember going to some teacher's day or something. We were in there, and one of the teachers came up to him and said, I hear you can dunk. He's only 5'11". He goes, yes, I can. And he said, show me. So we went into basketball, bang, 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 up, dunked. And then after that came the volleyball coach, said, I think you should play volleyball.
Yes, because
you can jump so high.
Yeah, and you can block.
Yeah, and block.
Block at
But
the
there's a 5'11" who could dunk when he wanted
Yeah,
to.
so it's all about vertical distance, what you can get
yeah.
in the air. Yeah, very good. Now, the Leafs are catching some air behind their sails, I hope, having one win and coming to home turf. So,
yeah.
Are you expecting a high-scoring game, or are you expecting a knock-em, rock-em, sock-em thing?
I'm not expecting a high-score game because it looks like both teams are pretty even. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed by the Panthers, to tell you the truth.
Their goaltender.
I didn't know they were that good.
Their goaltender is intimidating to me. The Leafs, finally, in that game, if I could say one thing that I thought was different, is that the bounces and things seem to generally go in the Leafs' favor in that last game that they
Well,
won.
that's what you want.
Whereas the first three, no matter what they did, wasn't going to go in.
Over the stick and
Yep.
missed it, and the
Yep.
stick broke, and
Yep.
all that. I know. That curse, Terry, that curse.
Knock on wood. Knock
But you
on their
talk
hockey
about
stick.
money, of course. But it not only brings money to there, it brings money right downtown Toronto. There's going to be in that area they gather around in between the Scotia arena and the Dome. There's this big area where there's packed with Leaf
Yes,
fans.
yes.
They'll be there. The bars will be filled. The hotels will be filled. It brings a lot of money. And at the exact same time, the Blue Jays are back in town. So they're going to be playing Friday night too. So it's going to be... It'd be fun if you're young and you don't care and you want to walk
You
away
stay
the
up
whole
all night and
I'll
go to
wait
all
till
the
the
games.
subways open in the morning. It'd be a riot.
Yes.
Have a lot of fun.
Yes, it would
And
be.
the weather's becoming cooperative now.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Where
So
you can be out there.
Here are the Maple Leafs getting some wind behind their sails. I'm expecting it to be a low-scoring game again, although I do hope for a breakout in the scoring department for the Maple Leafs.
I do too. I mean, it's like we discussed on the show we did completely, and then it wasn't being recorded. The one before this one.
Oh, blame our producer.
Yeah, the producer. We gotta
Get more coffee.
We can't let her go. She needs us. What was my point?
I don't know, Jim. Most of the time I don't know.
Oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I lost
Train of thought was derailed in the moment. I'm expecting a high-scoring game, is the last thought that I was saying.
Oh, I know.
And I'm hoping for the forwards. Marner got one in, and it was a wrist shot from way out there, but he drifted it in. Traffic in front of the net. I don't want to be that guy who gets hit by one of those shots, but
pucks. Oh,
that's essential to be able to block the
guy
vision.
got it in the hand, and you can see the agony on him. I hope he's okay.
Oh, yeah. Fractures and stuff. Oh, my God.
But what I was going to say is, I know my brother and I, we talked through the whole third period till my phone went dead. It'd be nice to just be comfortable. Just one game. Give us a comfort.
Without sitting on the edge of your seat or pulling your hair out.
3-0 with 5 minutes left. Now, we have seen them lose in that situation. That bloody curse.
Yes. All right, I don't know where we're going to go with all of that stuff, except to say that the crowds, I love the crowds down in that area outside where they watch on the big screens.
Yeah, looks like fun.
That looks like fun.
When do they get to go to the washroom, or is there washrooms
there? Must be access to something.
That dictates my whole life now.
Oh, welcome to
Where
age
are you
and
gonna
stage.
go, man?
Age and stage.
I can't stand there for 15 hours.
No, and driving long distances. Where's the next Tim's? Gotta pull off. Yeah, COVID really made me aware of how much we depend on pit stops.
And that's why the diapers are called Depends. I know.
It depends on where you're stopping.
We're not there yet, but yeah.
Oh, my good gracious. The Maple Leafs, we say go Leafs go, and you corrected me and say no, you say win Leafs.
If we say
win.
go Leafs go, they're going to go. No, don't go.
But they are. They're going
Win.
home to
Leafs.
take the next game.
Win.
To
Well,
make
go.
it 3-2.
Florida, but they're going to have to go back, my friend.
Win, Leafs win, then go back to Florida and win again.
Leafs win, and then
Win
go
Leafs again.
back to Toronto and then win. Leafs
Die-hard Leafs fans we are. I have no jersey, but I don't care. I saw a Marner shirt in town. There you go. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Bobby.